second, please.
Yeah, they make it is a bit of they're a building or something.
Well, I come back.
Okay. Nice. So are they? Is it like construction or making? They're building something.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, I live in uh, something like a lot of buildings. So all the time people do things in the apartment. So it's normal. But I never been here in this in this hour because I'm working. But Tuesday is a different day because I don't teaching. So in the morning I'm be here, and then I go to the university. But today is a little different because the students take the university demand different things like I don't know, infrastructure, teacher professors, dispositions, and a lot of stuff. So but it's a thing, a transversal thing, because my university is in a place that are a lot of different universities, faculties. The and the to the other university, and the whole the whole faculty are taken. So the only university that are working till yesterday are my university. So it's very clear that this happened in one moment.
Okay, it's like a demonstration of students.
Yeah.
And it's about the working of the faculties, so the professors and the way that teaching happens. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's very, it's a complicated situation because mostly people grow with another way to learn, or way to in his house, no, with them, their parents. So and I don't know, the device, the electronic device are a lot of bubble keys, bubble chais.
Yeah.
They, and so it's not very easy to have I don't know how can I say, but a relation with them, because they in most case don't go to the class, and and after that they reclaim for the proof or the test. So, but it's, I don't know, it's the same thing with the whole story.
Yeah. So it's So
But
it's
if you see in the world, a lot of universities are stopped because the things, the situation in Palestine, or reclaiming things, specific things about them. So it's not too rare for us. And Chile is a very it's very easy to have complications here about things, because the people don't shut up, don't stay calm. They put their feelings or their emotions, and so it's normal. To me, it's normal.
So what is the solution then? Is to wait a little
Well,
bit and
it's that is the thing. It's complicated. It's a complex thing. A very complex thing. I don't know. Uh, uh, I don't. I am. I'm done against the mobilizations, because I understand the guys. I understand the students. Uh, but the thing is, I think, more than stop you're having classes or other stuff, because it's the government, it's the people who is sit in a chair in the hall, in the top of the society, and then they don't understand nothing, don't care about the guys, don't care about the situation, because the bureaucrats are good. They give his money in the end of the month, all the month, and I don't know. It's
get
not easy.
they get the money and they have the power and it's okay.
Yeah, and and as and even more, they put them the power and the money in people are closer to them, his families, their families, they I don't know,
Friends
the
and
friends or people in his parties, in politic parties. So it's I think it's a structural problem. So
in
it's not
Portuguese
too
this is
easy.
called gabritismo.
I don't know. I don't know this word.
Uh,
I know a lot of Portuguese, but this word I don't.
Gabrito.
I never heard.
You know what is a gabrito? It's a goat.
Cabrito.
Yeah.
Claro.
Yeah.
In Spanish is a cabrito.
Cabrito.
Is very similar.
Oh, it's the same. Yeah, almost the same. Because in Portuguese you pronounce it gabrito. But that's the so
Cabrito.
the thing is that you put a pin and a piece of rope, and then you put the gabrito on the piece of rope, and it eats all the grass in a circle around it. So that is, you feed your
Okay.
family and your friends first, and so everybody that is in the circle is with your power and with your shares your power and your money, and everybody outside of the circle is left in the cold. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's not easy.
yeah. But if you think about it, it's a situation that is not only is now nowadays. It's in the whole story is very clear. The to me, maybe I'm wrong, but democracy don't solve the problem.
No.
Maybe is a less problem, but the problem is here. So
Yeah, maybe in Holland it exists also. Not so long ago, maybe a month ago, the president of one of the universities in Holland, we have I think 7 universities, was fired because of this issue, because he was giving the jobs to people he knew. You know, maybe not his family,
yeah, yeah,
but friends and stuff. So it was the same, it was a very similar situation. And I think about 4 or 5 months ago, was a president of another company, of another university, who was also fired for some kind of allowing corruption to happen. Maybe it was not
yeah,
for his own benefit, but he allowed it. He didn't pay attention to it, and so,
yeah,
but and it was not easy to fire them. So there was a commission, and then they found all the things, and then they said it's like this, and then he said no, it's your problem, it's not my problem, and so there was a whole thing, and then they said you must go. In the end, but it was not easy. So it's not a Chilean problem.
no, yeah, yeah. Yes,
It's a
it's
human
a
problem.
war problem.
Yeah, it's a human
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah. I read a lot of politics and kind of organization. So and the whole books talking about the corruption and the coercion and
Mm-hmm.
other stuff uh, related to the power
Mm-hmm.
to keep the power.
Mm-hmm.
So so because that I think the self organization is in an inner way to change the things,
Yeah.
because if the power is changing, it's change is I don't know how it's the word, but maybe it's rotating. You can maintain a low level of corruption or coercion because it's inner in of the human being.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know. I don't think that the human are evil or are bad, but with the when you combine human money and
Mm.
power,
Yeah, it's
it's
dangerous.
it's
It's a
very
dan-
dangerous.
it's a
Yeah,
dangerous mix. Yeah. Now, so
yeah,
the thing is to have to have monitoring,
yeah,
and so to be able to monitor people in power, in politics,
yeah,
in business, in schools, in whatever, and to publicize about that, and then to be able to break it, because it's not good. But it's yeah, you're right. It's difficult to get rid of it.
yeah,
It is. Mhm.
yeah.
But tell me
And
about your tell me about your research.
ah, uh, that is very good, and I have a lot of new stuff. The last week I work a lot in that. So with Thomas in a particular network that inspired my thesis.
Hmm.
So I think we have a first. solid model
Mm-hmm.
to the Iceland that I told you
Mm-hmm.
before. And now we need to talk with with my co-tutor that is a ecologist,
Mm-hmm.
in order to validate the assuming that we take for the model.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's very interesting. Thomas was very happy about the advance. Um, it's not the finished model, but
Mm-hmm.
in his works, he told me that it's a very big step that
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important, and I'm very excited and motivated about that.
Mm-hmm. Good. Listen,
And
go ahead.
yeah, no, please tell me.
So so you have developed a COT model for the situation on the island, like a network. And so if there are various, let's say, participants which are the species of your model, of your reactions change,
Yeah,
and so do you work with different aspects of the same participant?
yeah.
Okay, so and then.
We try to characterize the whole possible interaction between the species.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but first try to do as similar with the classic ecologist modeling,
Mm-hmm.
because they only characterize the interaction with I don't know if you saw a ecologist model with a graph with plus and minus,
Mm-hmm.
and in order to a food web, for example,
Mm-hmm.
in order the who species eat who, and who benefits with who, and then so first we try to create the same food web to validate that COT is work an ecological work.
Mm-hmm.
Because in fact Thomas has a lot of papers in this field, but the whole papers are theoretical.
Mm-hmm.
In this point is more empirical, and we work with the theories, but the idea is try to take data and 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 validate with a simulation with data take it for this ecologies.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the first part of the thesis, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe, or I think that we took it with Thomas.
Yeah.
So that is very um, had had um, had been advanced, so I think is very good for this moment of the develop of the thesis.
Okay. And so you can, for each, how do you call these terms? It's like molecules or species, yeah? The things that make up, yeah. And so you can take, for instance, for people, you can take like a financial aspect for income or something, and you can also use it for, you take another aspect, I don't know, like wood burning or something like that. Yeah.
Exactly. But in the first step, we have as base a paper that don't include the human aspect or the human.
Yeah. Just to verify the validity of the modeling
Exactly.
technique.
Only consider the animals and the plants, the other stuff. So this first step is try to show that 101 we can model with COT, and the second step is include that new aspect to show that we can model the human influences and in fact the currency or the money is one of the species in the second step.
Yeah. And
Even more cultural stuff. I think cultural stuff we can involve in the model with for the second step.
So it's like behavioral aspects.
Yeah, because it's very particular the way that the people live in the Iceland, because imagine they are in the lost in the southern
hemisphere,
southern place in the wall. I talked with Ramiro. Ramiro is the ecologist, and he said me to go to the Iceland. It's necessary to take a transfer, a ship, 28 hours or something like that. It's
really
crazy. It's a crazy thing, and it's very possible that I need to go there.
Yeah, you should. It's fun.
Yeah. It's impressive. It's an impressive place, and we discusses with Thomas about the important thing that I can see the real the things there, but with the mathematician eyes, to complement the ecologist things. And so I think when I'll come back to Brussels in September, I think October or November, I'll go to the Iceland.
Good. So you're arriving here in July, yeah?
Yeah. I'll arrive. I think the 13th, July 13th, to Amsterdam, and then I'll go to Utrecht until the 19th, I think.
19. 19, and then you'll move on to Brussels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the Monday 19 20 22, the Monday 22 will start the IQSA conference.
Yeah, it's about
Quantum structure.
quantum structure. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll help Thomas with the local organization, the local committee organization, and the conference is the whole week, and finish it the Saturday with a conversatory with the people who participate in the conference, and people that comes from the Alive conference. I don't know if you
Ah,
know
yeah, yeah.
about that.
Yes, every year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, very good conference.
Yeah, yeah.
And what is the name of the guy? He's a colleague of Thomas that he knows a lot of time ago, and they work in AI and other stuff. And
Yeah, yeah. It's the Israeli guy.
no, it's a I don't know it's a guy who born in Belgium, but Olaf
Witkowski.
Witkowski.
Yeah, yeah. I know him. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's very famous. It's
Mm-hmm.
a very famous guy. So he's the president, or the I don't know the name, the role to the AI, the a
Ah, we're stuck.
very good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I understand that the idea is have a crossing of cross between the two people in the different conference about the same thing about AI,
Cool.
AI and quantum stuff, quantum structures.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And so you'll be in Utrecht from 13 until 19, more or less,
Yeah,
July. Okay.
yeah,
So I live about 30 kilometers from Utrecht.
yeah. I remember.
So we should meet up there at some point.
But
Yeah, no.
maybe we can meet when I come back, because I'll stay in Brussels till September 18 or 19,
Mm-hmm.
because my flight will be in Amsterdam
Mm-hmm.
September 19.
Okay, that's also an option. Yeah.
That if you it's better for you, maybe I can go to Utrecht.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to Utrecht and the 19 and or the 18,
Mm-hmm.
September 18, and we can meet, and it's not problem to me, because these days I'll go to a internship with Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
After the IQSA conference, I'll stay in Brussels with Thomas and Claire, working in my thesis and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'll come back to Chile, we can find a time to meet us.
Yes, sure. That'll be good. That'll be fun. Just coming back to this COT model, do you use like coefficients for the contribution of each of the species as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you talking about in the dynamic part or in the reaction network?
I don't know the difference.
The dynamic part is when you create your simulations. When you use, for example, differential equation for understand what is the change of the concentration of the species in the time, and the other is the coefficients in the reactions in the reaction network.
Yeah, because I would have thought that all the coefficients that they determine sort of the attractor. So the whole configuration of all the coefficients together, they sort of enable.
You're talking about a structural thing. In the one hand, you have the structural stuff, that is the reaction network, and the other stuff you have the dynamic performance of the reaction network. So I think we're talking about the structural, because with the structural analysis, you can find the organizations.
Yeah. So you know
exactly. If you change the coefficients in the web in the network, you can change the final organization that you can find.
Yes. Yeah, so you can see when it's becomes steady state, and then which organizations emerge from that.
Exactly.
Okay, and
exactly.
so now, so if once you find them, then you move on to the dynamic part. And how does that work then? You use it as a basis, the structural part.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, that is the work that we need to do with the ecologist guide, because he is the who can validate the coefficients, because we can say 2a plus 1b bring I don't know 3c.
Yeah.
And he can say no, it's not 3c, it's 2c, and that changed the whole network.
Yeah. But where do the differential equations come in then?
It depends of the assuming that we take. For example, the classical assuming is the mass law. The mass law.
Yeah, to the mass law is for the. I can't find the word now. Is that mass is constant in the equation?
Exactly.
You don't lose mass.
Exactly. It's the law of the conservation mass.
Yeah, that's it. Conservation.
That is the most common uses assuming for for the dynamic part, but it's not the only one. You can use, for example, autocatalytic law, or I don't know, saturation performance, or is in this part of the dynamic analysis, or the create of the differential equation. You need to analyze and take the criteria of the things that happens. So that we first create a ecological narrative to put in the ground of the what is the reaction that we wrote. We write.
And so these you put these like the laws of conservation of energy and mass and so on. You put those as a constraint on the model.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Is it the same software then that you use all these things, or is it a separate set?
Yeah. Now in this moment, we Thomas is creating a Python library to analyze all the reaction network in order to obtain the organizations and the other stuff. And I am helping him to a little stuff, because programming is not my is not my field, but I try to help him with that stuff, because this stuff I can put in my thesis as well.
Yeah. So the choice and set the ranges and the dynamics. Yeah. That's very interesting. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because I need to put as deliverable, I think is word, or I don't know. I as a finish of my research, not the organization and the simulation too.
Yeah.
As a graphic, as a picture of the change, of the concentration of the species. So it's necessary to ask the committee, the academic committee, that kind of thing in my thesis.
Yeah, we're stuck a little bit. Hold on. Yeah.
Today is a particular day because I don't know why, but the network is not working too much.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Yeah. So that's important. So I can imagine that you want to know the resilience of the whole system, or the way that it changes, and so how it moves, and which of the species become more and less available. And maybe also as a start document for a policy to develop a policy how to change it back, or change it so as you want it, so that it doesn't exhaust in some way.
Exactly. I think that for in one hand we have the whole analysis, the mathematical analysis, and the biology analysis. But in the other hand, we have the proposals about the possible politics acts or decisions that who make the decisions in the Iceland, and try to, I don't know, show the people too what is the impact to the stuff that they do.
Yeah,
Because I have they don't understand very well what is happened there.
I think this is a principle of the boiled frog. You know that one?
Yeah. I knew Peter. I read the fifth discipline of
Peter Senge.
I don't the Peter Senge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a course of systemic thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's exactly that. So because they are part of it, they have difficulty to see and to really observe because they don't have a reference. Everything around them there's no external reference.
Yeah, and it's more. It's the same situation 200 years ago, and the people don't change and don't want change.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have often wondered why, also here is the same because people want change to change a company or an institution, a ministry or, a municipality, the organization. And then they say, yeah, it's very difficult because the people don't want to change. But I believe that if you are sort of safe and sort of in a secure environment, nobody cares if it changes or doesn't change. You have your job and you just go on. And so I'm often thinking about the memes and the memeplex. It's the whole complex of things that makes our kind of a culture, or this is how we do things in this place. And it works, and people are very happy that it works because that's what makes it safe. And so if they tweak, if they change one little bit, then the whole configuration starts to become unstable. Maybe they don't know. So they say, if I just keep on doing the same thing, don't touch the system, and then it's okay, more or less. And if we, if you let's take as an example Roman Catholic religion, and what if you change a small thing which is not fair in Roman in the religion is celibacy. Now take away celibacy from Roman Catholicism, the whole collapses. So you cannot touch that. It's too intricate. It's too connected.
Yeah. When I worked as a advisor in SMA companies, one of the fields that I worked was our work was industry 4.0 industry, and the whole people think that the most difficult thing could be put new machines and put new software and put new stuff. But all the time, the most difficult thing was break the brain of the people to understand that they need to change, because that impact in themselves,
Mm-hmm.
in have a better work, better
Mm-hmm.
lifestyles. So when they catch that,
Yeah.
they change a lot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's very impressive, because today, nowadays, companies of Uruguay told me, write me, or text me, or have um, call with the phone
Mm-hmm.
to work again with them,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to help and explain things,
Mm-hmm.
and but because when they change, they don't can adapt to change. When they understand that the change is necessary and is
Mm-hmm.
for them, they never stop again.
Yeah. Yeah. I read a poem about this, and it said like they change their mind like thousand fishes turning. I thought it was a beautiful
Yeah,
way to say it. Like like in a shoal of fish, then all of a sudden
yeah,
it goes like that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And in the most of the case, when the owner of the company understand and change, all the people who work in the company follow
Mm-hmm.
him, and that is very easy to work, very
Mm-hmm.
easy,
Mm-hmm.
and necessary. Is if the owner don't believe that that is the way, is fail. You
Hopeless.
fail of the start.
Yeah.
When you start, you fail.
Yeah. It's hopeless. Then it really doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know this. So, but you stopped making consultancy, and now you're full time in university, working and teaching, and
Yeah, because I don't have too much time. I love to work with people, and I think I supply this necessary to me with teaching,
mm-hmm.
because when I I had a consultants. Finally, always I worked with the people.
Yeah.
It's real.
Mm.
I need to understand the machines and the softwares, and
Mm-hmm.
explain the people how to work with them. But always is work with people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
But now my life is very crazy. I don't have time, and
Hmm.
I prefer teaching and write poetry and play guitar, and
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's
yeah,
yeah. The
the-
problem with
uh,
work is that it takes so much of your spare time.
yeah, 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 and even more, I am doing a master, so
Yeah, yeah.
it's not
Even worse.
only even worse. Yeah, but
Terrible.
I'm very happy. I think it was a very good decision, and I'm very happy, and all day I wake up and I say to me, I'm good. I'm good, and that is the thing that always I think I want to do.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. So that's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right then.
I don't know about Fabricio. You talk with.
Yeah, he sent me a message that he wasn't going to be able to come, but he sent it just an hour before the meeting. So I told him it's too short. It's too short.
Yeah.
You need to give me a few days because otherwise it's not nice. And
Yeah.
Colette is still with the family. I think it's a problem in the family. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I read her message. I understand the same, but I don't good ask because I think it's very personal. So
Yeah. No,
but
I'm going to ask her if she's planning to join us again because I mean just an hour to speak English. That's fine. I mean I don't know of course how bad it is, but at some point.
Yeah, I remember she mentioned it certain times or date, but I don't remember in this moment. But
yeah, she said a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So she's not been there two times. So yeah.
I'm opening the link that you sent before about the name is. Give me a second, please. Curriculum English Conversation and Cybernetic Training. I only read very fast. I don't work about in that. But I want to ask, what is your idea with this? You want that we read and reply about in the file, or we create other file?
No. Just reply in the file. Just mark or comment or make it bold or whatever. Take stuff out, whatever you think is suitable. Because my final objective with the document is to make it transferable. So
Okay.
You see,
Yeah.
So if we manage to make it firm so that it's substantial. Now you know, and Fabricio knows, and Colette knows, and there's a few other guys in the other session as well. They haven't taken a look because I haven't finalized yet training with them. But now it's possible for you guys to also make the same thing. It's not complex. It's just a few simple things that if you use that, then the quality of the meetings gets better, and it's more of a group. That's the idea. It's the second objective of the thing, as you know. And so that was my objective. And as an example, Fabricio made a reading session last week. And then, so he made a beautiful presentation, really nice, with nice visualizations and a little bit of film and stuff. And he presented it. It was about the use of AI in education.
Education, yeah.
Yeah. And it was fun. And then he made his presentation, and then everybody said they made an assessment of the material, of the IDs. And so one said, I think this and that is quite a good idea, and so, and then nothing more. And then somebody else said, I'm a bit disappointed with this idea because I think so it was like no new ideas were generated. And I think that's the objective of our meeting is to start not assessing it and disqualifying it, but to say, okay, what's good in it and how can we get new ideas from it and from the comments of the other people. And I think that's so the meeting was his presentation was nice, and then it just sort of
drop dead.
Oh,
and we were done. Yeah, and so I must talk to him about that, because that's not how it should be. Because we should, try and build instead of destruct.
yeah.
So okay, but to answer your question, my idea is if you sort of agree with that document or with your changes, and I've asked Fabricio and Colette to do the same as well, and Thomas, then we have a sort of a document as a guideline for other groups, maybe in Chile University, or if you think it's useful, or in CLEA or whatever. Thomas already thought it was a commercial product.
Yeah, always. He's my guy. He's my guy. Always. Yeah. Well, I can compromise to review and comment. To the end of this week.
Sure.
With the possibility that this kind of document that you can put in a comment, but I don't want to change. I only suggest or comment, but in order that you can define is apply or not the change.
Yep, that's great. But so you can make the change and then leave track changes. So that
Yeah.
That's fine. That's great. But yeah, that's brilliant. Absolutely. All right then. That's good stuff. Yeah. Maybe so far for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't. Give me a minute. Sorry. Okay. Well, are you there? Yeah. No. Hello.